Guys, how y'all doing, beautiful people? Today I'm going to do a video that has been requested. Somebody contacted me on Instagram and they want to know if a blind person can fry an egg. So I'm gonna show you guys how a blind person fries an egg. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with doing this. I've had to play around with it a little bit to come up with something that works for me. Mainly flipping an egg is not something that I'm very good at. It just keeps breaking on me. So I've done some playing around with different methods of doing this, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. It might be a little bit different, little unconventional, I don't know, but it works for me. First thing I'm gonna do, so I've already washed my hands because you don't want to cook with dirty hands. So I'm going to put some butter in this little pan. I'm gonna turn my stove element to just over medium, and I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm just gonna I'm going to spread the butter around this pan. So this is a non-stick pan. Thank you, Amazon. But you still want to make sure to, well, I do anyway. You probably do too. You still want to make sure to coat it with some kind of oil, whether it be olive oil, coconut oil, butter. Now you'll see my left hand here is on the stove. When this element gets hot, I'm not gonna touch it, but it's getting hot now, so I just need to be careful. So I always make sure the handle of the pan or pot is facing the inside of the stove like this. If it's facing out here, I'm likely to hit it and knock it off the element. I don't want to do that, so just gonna make sure this gets nice and hot. I want to make sure it's nice and coated with butter. When it gets to the point where it's pretty much melted, I'm going to take my hand away so I don't burn my hand. Okay, so we're just going to leave that for a minute, let that heat up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack an egg into the pan, put this lid on the pan, and I'm gonna leave it for, I don't know, roughly 2 minutes. I'll actually go and get my phone so I can set a timer. Here you see Neeson chilling on his beanbag. Hello, sir. And what's going to happen is when the lid is on the pan, it really just keeps the heat in, and it helps cook the egg through, so the top of the egg cooks as well, so I don't have to flip it. It's pretty cool. You guys will see that. So you'll see, like, blind people, they have to touch things. So trust me, you guys are probably like, oh my god, he's going to burn his hands off. I've been doing this well, I've been cooking for a long time. There's tricks of the trade that blind people learn that you sighted folk wouldn't even think about. So it's getting pretty hot now, so I'm going to put my butter away because I don't need it. So you can see I've cracked my egg. I'm gonna hold my hand over it so it doesn't leak. Put the eggs in the sink, the egg shells in the sink. And I'm just gonna put the lid on. Set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Actually, just gonna turn the heat up a little bit more. So I want the egg to be sizzling when it hits the pan. So it wasn't sizzling the way I wanted it to, so I'm just gonna turn up the heat a little bit. just to give it a kickstart, and then I'll turn it back down. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's sizzling now. So as I said, the lid keeps the heat in, which helps cook the egg through, so I don't have to worry about flipping it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this heat back down again because it's now sizzling the way I want it to. I'm gonna get a plate. You can definitely hear it now, I think. You should be able to. So we're just gonna hang out here, see how much time we have left on our trusty timer. 47 seconds. So I would normally like make toast or make coffee. Actually, we'll make coffee. Let's go get our cup and we'll make a coffee while we're waiting. Hello, Nathan. So I have a Keurig coffee machine that I'm a big fan of. Okay, so there's our timer. So I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna just take the pot off the hot element and just leave it for a second, just to let it cook. Just let it cook a little bit more. And this is kind of something that you just develop through trial and error. As I said, I've been doing this for quite a while. So I'm very much used to it. Okay, I'm going to take the lid off so you guys can see. This is what it looks like. It's still, so this would be sunny side up for sure. I could definitely leave this on longer if I wanted to. I don't know about you guys, but this is PFG. This is PFG, and if you want to know what that stands for, leave a comment below and I'll tell you. Sunny side up. There you go. So if I wanted to cook this, if I wanted to have a harder yolk, I would just cook this a little bit longer. But who doesn't like running toast around their plate and soaking up yolk? Right? I do.